Most people have heard the old saying, eat your carrots, they're good for your eyes. But what if I told you that's just a tiny piece of a much bigger, much more shocking truth? You see, the food industry, supplement companies, and even many well-meaning doctors have spent decades focusing your attention on what's easy to sell: fancy eye vitamins, expensive pills, complicated procedures, while completely ignoring the real power that's been right in front of you this whole time. Or better yet, right beneath your feet, hidden inside something so small, so ordinary, that most people throw it away without a second thought. Seeds. Yes, real, whole, humble seeds. Tiny, cheap, yet backed by stunning scientific evidence. Seeds that have the power to protect the very parts of your eyes that age steals away: your retina, your macula, your optic nerve. And here's the kicker. Over 99% of seniors never hear a word about this. They spend fortunes on glasses, surgeries, and overpriced supplements when the truth is growing naturally in nature, often costing less than a cup of coffee per week. Want you to imagine for a second, what would it feel like to wake up and see the world with eyes that feel clearer, sharper, less dry? To be able to read your morning paper without squinting. To drive at night without that annoying glare, too. Look at your grandkids and truly see every detail of their faces. That's not a dream. It's possible. And in this video, I'm pulling back the curtain on the 7 most powerful seeds you can eat to protect your vision well into your 60s, 70s, and beyond. And the best part? These aren't magic pills or some fad diet. This is real food, backed by real research. And for full transparency, every single study is linked below in the description, so you can check it yourself. But before we dive in, take a second and drop a comment below. How old are you, and where in the world are you watching from? I promise, I read every single comment, and if you ever need help, I'm here for you. All right, ready? Let's get into it. Seed number 7 is one that most people think is just a crunchy snack for parties. But used the right way, it's a vision powerhouse. I'm talking about pumpkin seeds. If you've ever felt your eyes dry out at night, or noticed they struggle to adjust when you go from light to dark, you might be missing one crucial mineral: zinc. And pumpkin seeds happen to be one of the richest natural plant sources of zinc on the planet. It sounds simple, but zinc is like the delivery truck for vitamin A. It shuttles that vitamin straight to your retina, where it's used to make melanin, the protective pigment that keeps your eyes safe from light damage. When seniors don't get enough zinc, they often struggle with night vision, slower focus, and a faster decline in that sharp central spot of your eye called the macula. That little green seed is quietly loaded with other eye-saving nutrients. 2. Vitamin E to calm inflammation, lutein to guard against macular degeneration, and healthy fats that help you absorb them all. So how do you use it? Raw and unsalted, that's the key. Roasting them at high heat or drowning them in salt ruins the delicate antioxidants inside. Try soaking them overnight to unlock even more nutrients, or give them a gentle low-heat toast. 2 tablespoons a day is all you need. Sprinkle them over your morning oatmeal, blend them into a smoothie, or just eat them plain. Your eyes won't transform overnight, but bit by bit, your retina will thank you. And now, let's move to seed number 6. This one might be sitting in your spice rack right now, forgotten and underestimated. Fennel seeds. If your eyes often feel dry, itchy, or tired, especially after meals, you might be dealing with mild inflammation that comes from unstable blood sugar and poor circulation. Fennel seeds contain potent flavonoids and vitamin C that fight oxidative stress and support the tiny blood vessels that feed your eyes. One fascinating study found that fennel seed extract actually improved eye pressure and blood flow in animal models showing early signs of glaucoma. The antioxidants in fennel seeds can reduce retinal damage and help your eyes stay hydrated and less strained. Want to try it? It's simple. Steep 1 teaspoon in hot water and sip it as a gentle tea after meals. Or chew a few raw seeds if you like the taste. Tiny habit, huge long-term benefit. Coming up next, seed number 5 is one you've definitely eaten before, but probably in the worst way possible. Ready to keep going? Asterisk seed number 5 might sound familiar, and you've probably tossed it on a salad or munched it at a ball game without ever realizing the real magic hidden inside. I'm talking about sunflower seeds. But here's the problem. Most people eat sunflower seeds roasted, salted, or covered in artificial flavors. Delicious? Maybe. But for your eyes, you're throwing away the best parts. You see, raw sunflower seeds are one of the most powerful natural sources of vitamin E. One of the few antioxidants proven to shield the delicate cells in your eyes from free radical damage. Free radicals are like microscopic wrecking balls that hammer away at your retina and macula every single day. And as you get older, your body's natural defenses weaken. That's why vitamin E becomes non-negotiable. A massive clinical trial, funded by the National Eye Institute, known as the Age-Related Eye Disease Study, found that people who got enough vitamin E, along with other key nutrients, had a 25% lower risk of their macular degeneration getting worse. Think about that. Just one handful of raw sunflower seeds could make a real difference in your eyesight 5 years from now. But that's not all. Sunflower seeds are also packed with selenium, zinc, and copper, 3 tiny minerals that your eyes quietly depend on to stay clear, focused, and stable. Without them, you're more likely to experience blurry vision, glare sensitivity, or even fragile blood vessels in the eyes that can leak and cause swelling. So how do you get the most from this humble snack? Simple. Keep it raw and unsalted. Grab a handful, about 1 ounce, and sprinkle it on Greek yogurt. Toss it into your oatmeal, or blend it into a homemade seed butter. If you want to level up, combine sunflower seeds with chia or flax stew. Create an eye health trail mix you can snack on all week. Tiny habit, big payoff. Speaking of chia, let's jump to seed number 4. Now, you might know chia seeds as that trendy superfood people use to make pudding or fancy smoothies on Instagram. But for seniors, especially if you're over 60, chia seeds can quietly become your eye's best friend. Here's why. Chia seeds are loaded with omega-3 fatty acids, specifically ALA, or alpha-linolenic acid, which your body converts into DHA. And DHA is the structural fat that makes up nearly 60% of the photoreceptor cells in your retina. Without enough DHA, those cells thin out, your vision weakens, and your risk for macular degeneration skyrockets. One landmark study published in Investigative Ophthalmology and Visual Science found that seniors who consumed more DHA had a 38% lower risk of developing advanced age-related macular degeneration. That's massive. But chia seeds do even more. They help stabilize your blood sugar, which is a secret killer of healthy vision that nobody talks about. Every time your blood sugar spikes and crashes, it damages the tiny capillaries behind your eyes. Over time, that damage becomes permanent, leading to blurry vision, poor night focus, and worse. Chia's soluble fiber forms a gel when soaked in water, slowing digestion, flattening sugar spikes, and protecting those fragile vessels. How do you use it? The right way is simple. Soak 1 or 2 tablespoons of chia seeds in water overnight. That turns them into a gentle gel that your body can digest easily. Stir it into yogurt, blend it into a morning smoothie, or make a classic chia pudding. Stay consistent. Your eyes won't transform overnight, but they will get stronger with every spoonful. Now, seed number 3 is a hidden gem. Known in some cultures as black seed or black cumin, this seed has been treasured for centuries, but only recently studied for its surprising power over eye pressure and optic nerve health. Ready to discover it? Let's keep going. Asterisk. Seed number 3 is Nigella seeds. You might know them as black seeds or black cumin. These tiny jet black seeds have been used for thousands of years in traditional medicine across the Middle East and Asia, often called the seed of blessing. But what's shocking is how modern science is finally catching up to what ancient cultures already knew. These seeds are an absolute powerhouse for aging eyes. So what makes Nigella seeds so special? It all comes down to a compound called thymoquinone. This antioxidant is like a microscopic bodyguard for your optic nerve and retina, fighting off inflammation and oxidative stress before they can do real damage. One study, published in Evidence-Based Complementary and Alternative Medicine, found that Nigella seed oil reduced intraocular pressure, that pressure inside the eye that can build up and lead to glaucoma, by an incredible 24% in just 6 weeks for patients with early glaucoma signs. Think about that. A single seed could help protect you from one of the leading causes of blindness worldwide. And there's more. Nigella seeds help boost circulation to the retina, which is absolutely vital as you age. Poor blood flow is a silent threat. When the tiny vessels feeding your eye become stiff or blocked, your retina starves of oxygen and nutrients. Over time, your photoreceptor cells, the very cells that let you see light and detail, begin to die off. Nigella helps by naturally relaxing blood vessels and boosting nitric oxide, a compound that widens arteries and keeps fresh blood flowing to your eyes. You may not feel it right away, but your optic nerve will thank you every day you include this seed. So, how do you use it? You can chew a pinch of raw Nigella seeds, or take half a teaspoon of cold-pressed black seed oil in warm water with a bit of honey. Some people drizzle the oil over roasted vegetables, soups, or salads for a gentle, peppery kick. The secret is consistency. This isn't a one-time fix. Think weeks and months, not days. But the protection you build now could keep you seeing clearer for years. Next up, we arrive at seed number 2, a golden powerhouse that ancient healers once called the seed of longevity. This one might surprise you. Fenugreek seeds. Most people think of fenugreek as a spice for curry or pickles, but behind that bitter taste hides a secret weapon against one of the biggest threats to your eyes: blood sugar. If you're over 60, chances are your blood sugar isn't as stable as it used to be. Even mild spikes and crashes can silently damage the tiny vessels behind your eyes. This leads to glycation, where sugar molecules stick to proteins in your eyes, slowly breaking them down like rust eating away at metal. Over time, this process can cause cataracts, blurry vision, and diabetic retinopathy. But studies show that fenugreek can flip this around. In 2021, the International Journal of Molecular Sciences published a study showing that daily fenugreek supplementation reduced blood glucose levels by up to 30% and, just as importantly, reduced oxidative stress in the retina. That means less inflammation, less cell damage, and clearer vision over time. Fenugreek seeds are also naturally rich in lutein, an antioxidant found in the macula. the tiny part of your eye responsible for sharp central vision. Lutein acts like sunglasses for your retina, filtering harmful blue light from screens and sunlight. So, how do you use it? The simplest way is to soak a teaspoon of fenugreek seeds in water overnight. In the morning, drain and drink the water on an empty stomach. That's when your body absorbs the compounds best. If you can handle the bitter taste, chew the soaked seeds too, or grind them into powder and sprinkle into soups and stews. Some even toast them lightly to soften the flavor. But remember, raw and soaked keeps the nutrients most potent. Think of fenugreek as your secret insurance policy against the slow, silent damage that blood sugar swings cause every single day. Small habit, massive long-term difference. And now we arrive at the most powerful seed of all, the one almost nobody talks about for vision. Ready for the final reveal? Asterisk seed number 1 is the ultimate champion for senior eye health. Flax seeds. Yes, the same little brown or golden. Seeds people sprinkle on cereal for digestion or heart health. But almost no one realizes just how deeply protect your retina, macula, and optic nerve. Why flax seeds? It's their superstar nutrient, alpha-linolenic acid, ALA. This plant-based omega-3 fatty acid is what your body uses to make DHA, the structural fat that makes up a huge chunk of your retina's photoreceptor cells. Without enough DHA, your retina starts to thin out like an old film strip losing its detail. Colors fade, contrast weakens, and you find yourself squinting at things that used to be crystal clear. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that seniors who consistently consumed ALA had a whopping 40% lower risk of developing advanced macular degeneration. And flax does more than just feed your retina. It helps protect those fragile blood vessels from inflammation and high blood pressure, two hidden threats that can leak fluid into your retina, causing swelling and sudden drops in vision. But here's the catch. Whole flax seeds are tough, as tiny rocks. If you eat them whole, they'll just pass through your system untouched. So always choose freshly ground flaxseed. Keep it in the fridge to protect those delicate oils. Add 1 tablespoon to yogurt, oatmeal, or smoothies, but never cook it at high heat, or you'll destroy the good stuff your eyes need. So now you're probably wondering, do I really have to eat 7 different seeds every day? Here's the best part. You don't have to make it complicated. You can build one simple, powerful meal that combines these vision-saving seeds into a delicious breakfast. Start with a small bowl of plain, unsweetened Greek yogurt or kefir, full of healthy fats that help absorb all the fat-soluble nutrients like lutein and ALA. Stir in 1 tablespoon of ground flaxseed for your retina's best defense. Add a teaspoon of chia seeds you soaked overnight for that hydrating, blood sugar balancing boost. Mix in half a teaspoon of black seed oil or nigella seeds for circulation and optic nerve support. Take your teaspoon of soaked fenugreek seeds and toss them in. Top it off with a sprinkle of raw pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds, and even a pinch of fennel seeds if you like. For an extra antioxidant kick, add a few slices of mango or blueberries. It's simple, it's delicious, and it's the kind of habit that will pay you back every single day you stick with it. You won't wake up tomorrow with 20/20th vision overnight, But day after day, spoonful by spoonful, you're feeding your eyes what they've been starving for. Most seniors don't realize it, but over 90% of people over 60 are losing their vision year after year, not just because of age, but because of missing nutrients, hidden inflammation, and poor blood flow. But you can change that right at your breakfast table. So here's my challenge to you. Start with just one seed this week. Build the habit. Then add another. Let your eyes feel the difference. And if you've made it to the end of this video, I know you're serious about protecting your sight, and that makes you different from most people out there. Leave me a comment below. What seed are you going to try first? I read every single one. If you learned something today, hit the like button, share this with someone you care about, and subscribe so you never miss more simple, science-backed ways to protect your health naturally. Thanks for watching, and here's to clearer, sharper days ahead.